Okay, welcome back. Last time we finished off Chapter 4, Fire in the Sky, and today we can begin the final chapter.
Okay, partner, this is it! A trip to Clockwerk's lair!
The valves and stuff on the left-hand side there looks like a face. Anyway, off we go.
We were on our way to the Krack-Karov Volcano in Russia. While looking over what little information I had on the final member of the Fiendish Five, I began to notice something. In the 4 parts of the Thievius Raccoonus recovered so far, several of the pictures depict a shadowy owl-like figure, which looks very similar to the police images of the mysterious Clockwerk. Is this a strange coincidence, or is there something I'm missing?
And so today we have the final chapter, as we enter the cold heart of hate. Which is a fantastic chapter title, to be fair. Okay, so, this is actually going to be the final episode, because this chapter is not very long. But this chapter is actually shorter than all the other ones, because every other chapter you have the one level, then you get to a kind of central hub that links all the other ones. This chapter is a straight shot. It's just a linear progression of levels. Okay, so, these Robo-Falcons, they'll just fly around, then eventually they'll catch fire and try to dive bomb you. 10 out of 10, we managed to avoid getting hit, which is always a good thing. Okay, so basically, this final chapter is a linear progression of levels. It's just, hey, you beat one level, you move on to the next one. And it also acts as your final test for the game, where it basically says, okay, every single gameplay mechanic, every aspect of the game, every single aspect of the game that you've played, show me how you can do this now. So evidently we currently have a turret section, then we have a kind of pseudo racing section, then there is a stealth section, a twin-stick shooter section, a kind of almost escort quest mission, like one of the ones where you have to protect someone, and then there is a platforming section, and then you get to the actual boss fight. This final chapter goes through every different gameplay type you've seen in the game, and count of 10, we made it.
Doesn't look tall enough for the turret to make it all the way through.
And with that, we enter burning rubber, and also lose the turret.
We've got to get through that security door on the far side of the cavern. The only way to unlock it is to analyze at least 60 of those hanging computers.
Would have been easy to get at them if Murray hadn't thrashed our new turret.
Yeah, won't be a problem. I can hack the computer's connection coupling so they'll fall to the ground. Then, Murray will have to run over them with the van.
Okay, and Murray, remember to use our new battering ram by hitting the square button if anyone tries to keep you from those computers.
Okay, so this is a race to 60.
Only 190 computers up there, and these fire slugs seem intent on getting to them before us.
Yeah, so there's 119, so you need to get to 60 first. Because obviously, since there's only 119, you could end up with a win or a loss at 60 to 59. However, this is looking pretty bad so far. But I am about to catch up. Okay, I'm caught up, and I now actually have the lead. I remember the first time I played this game, I got stuck here for probably like 25 minutes, half an hour. Like, I remember this as being difficult. But also, I think when I first played this, I didn't use the battering ram anywhere near enough. Like, because the battering ram is extremely helpful. You just kind of shove everything out of the way. You just shove everything out of the way, and then you can get plenty of time to yourself. I say that as I'm still not exactly I say that as I'm trying to hit them all out of the way, and I'm still not exactly getting an impressive lead. But hey, you know what? As long as I win, I'm not too bothered about how much I win by. You know, like, the win itself is what's important. So, I mean, you could also just kind of sit here all day just punching the fire slugs if you wanted to. But that should be us winning. Done.
Nice driving, Murray. Now we have enough data to open the security doors. Just past them is the control room to Clockwerk's Death Ray Tower. I think it's time for some Cooper thieving and sabotage. Don't you think, Sly?
Okay, so that's our final driving section done, as we now enter a daring rescue.
Careful, Sly. Those tiles are booby-trapped. You better get out of there.
Hold on. That's Carmelita. She looks trapped.
Serves that cop right. She's been dogging us from the start.
It's just a misunderstanding. We've got to free her.
Are you crazy, Sly? Clockwerk probably stuck her there to trap you.
But if I don't do anything, Carmelita's doomed. Besides, stealing just won't be any fun without her.
Sly, your ridiculous raccoon logic sends shivers up my shell. But if you're determined to go through with this, that barrel will undoubtedly help, though I have no idea how you'll get up there.
Dude, a spire jump here, a rail slide there. I've done this a million times.
And I think okay, my controller's DC'd. I will quickly just make a cut and be right back, you know, because I need to reset the emulator. It'll just be a second. Okay, so, away we go. So, we just spire jump here, rail slide there, hop on over, grab onto this. Hook, spire jump, 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 spire jump, 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 spire jump, double jump again, and away we go. Okay, so our coins for this chapter are little Sly coins, I guess. Now we just sneak past that spotlight, destroy that, and we hop in this barrel as we get a return to form. A return to form for a, whatchamacallit, for a gameplay mechanic that we haven't seen since the first chapter. Because I'm pretty sure you have the barrels in the first chapter, and then they kind of just disappear. I may have put myself in a bad situation here. But hey, we'll manage. Okay, we're most of the way there. I just need to kind of inch my way forward. Just very slowly and carefully. I could go, but I'll just leave it there. And I need to remember to get onto there, because I have jumped out that barrel while still on the kind of carpet tile thing before and gotten hit. I want to avoid that.
Sly Cooper. I should have known you were behind this.
You got me wrong, Miss Fox. I'm here to rescue you.
You sentimental fool. Empathy has always been the downfall of the Cooper clan.
I knew this was a trap. Looks like I'm going to have to do some fast and furious hacking to shut down that gas before Sly's brain is turned to cheese.
I love the delivery on cheese there. Anyway,
Haven't had to do this in a while.
now we move on to our final twin stick shooter level. Bentley comes through.
Stick to unleash my hacker code. Those green data packets need to be destroyed if I'm going to get at the yellow security code. Uh-oh. Well, looks like I triggered one of Clockwerk's security algorithms. Stay sharp, Bentley.
Okay, so pretty much what I need to do here is I have 5 kind of hit points, I guess. And hopefully we can avoid, hopefully we don't die. I would like to do this perfectly if I can. Basically, the weird owl things, they'll shoot the... okay, I just hit that, which isn't great. However, if I get hit by one of the red things, I think I die instantly. Either that or I take like 2 or 3 hits of damage. Either way, I don't want to get hit by it. However, I also apparently can't kill those things, so, it's not exactly the best thing for me, but hey, we'll be okay. I'm just being not great at this. It's still good. Also, this is maybe a little bit of a weird comparison, but this section, now that I'm playing it again, reminds me of one of the mini-games in Danganronpa 2. I forget exactly what it's called. It's whatever the Monami mini-game is. Oh, that was close. Because I don't know, it just vaguely reminds me of that, like, in terms of its aesthetic and everything. Honestly, though, I barely remember. Like, I remember playing that minigame, I do not remember much else about it. Because I played that game... what, like... wait. Oh, I guess I have 6 bits of health. Okay. Careful, careful, careful. I still want to not die if I can avoid it. Okay, we have 1 bit left. 1 more final section to gain. Done. Got it. Fantastic. Okay, so now we return to a daring rescue.
Sly, I was wrong about you. Break me out of this force field by smashing its base, and I'll make it up to you somehow.
Okay, so with that, Carmelita just blasts her way out, and away we go into the next level, a temporary truce.
I don't get it, Cooper. I've hunted you for years, tried to throw you behind bars, but when you get a chance to leave me in a cage, you set me free. Why?
Carmelita, we may be on opposite sides of the law, but you're not my enemy. Now, the homicidal robotic owl that built this death ray and nearly gassed us to death, that guy's on my list.
I see your point. All right. Until Clockwerk and his evil schemes are destroyed, I suggest we work together.
Together at last. Wait, I need that cane. It's been in my family for generations.
Don't worry, Ringtail. I'll cover you while you get it back. If you can, make your way to the top of the death ray. I stashed my jetpack there before Clockwerk nabbed me.
Now that we're a team and all, I need to leave your side.
Hold on. This truce is only temporary. Once we beat Clockwerk, I'm coming after you.
Really?
Well, maybe I'll give you a 10-second head start.
Honestly, I'd just say it's very lucky that that cane didn't fall into, you know, the lava of the volcano. Anyway, so now this is actually a bit where we play as Carmelita and we just have to defend Sly. Fortunately, since I have the 2 horseshoes, we are a little bit safer. Which is always good, because I like having the safety net available. One's going to pop out from there, isn't it? Okay. But I remember that I have to destroy these. So I'm basically just trying to get to work on them early. That way I can kind of keep a more better game flow for me. Okay, now Spire jumps over. And another falcon should appear from that next one. There we go. 10 out of 10. Unfortunately, my aim is not very good. I do suffer from a severe case of Stormtrooper aim. Yeah, my aiming is not very good in, like, any shooter. In any shooter, my aim is not amazing, and I will be the first person to admit that. Like, I will hold my L on that. No, he got hit right at the end. Okay, well, we made it, but I'm not too happy that I got hit.
Nice job, Raccoon.
Okay, so, now we move on to Sinking Peril.
Where's Carmelita's jetpack? Right where she said it would be. The magnetronic support field for the death ray got destroyed as you were making a run for your cane. You'd better hurry. This whole thing is about to fall apart.
I'm on it.
And so now we get the time-tested platforming thing of, hey, you need to platform fast because this thing is sinking. And honestly, I've always quite liked sections like this. I don't know, I think I just enjoy bits where it's like, hey, you need to platform and you need to platform fast. I say that, but 9 times out of 10 I also mess them up, so so maybe I shouldn't like these kinds of sections as much as I do. But obviously you also need to watch out for the electric stuff. It'd be very nice if those gave me some coins, but they don't. And we can spire jump onto here and keep on moving on. Careful. And away we go. This is also the only time in the game, I think, where you need to kind of rail slide upwards by just kind of jumping, by kind of just doing consecutive spire jumps. I think that's the only time in the game you need to do that. So it's entirely possible that you could have played the game and not known you could do that until right now. And now, we need to be a bit careful, because if we're not, we could just fall off there. I'd like to thank the game's magnetism to just connect me onto that. Now we can just keep on climbing. And you just kind of need to go one by one on these. Fantastic, we are near the top now. Oh, and careful. That lava is starting to kind of catch up, but I think this is the top now. Fantastic, there's Carmelita's jetpack. As we enter a strange reunion.
Okay, that jetpack is easy to fly. Use the left analog stick to aim and steer, and press the square button to fire its rockets. Sly, behind you!
Sly Cooper, you have escaped my gas chamber and destroyed my death ray. Remarkable. You Coopers always find a way to beat me.
Always? So that was you in the background of all those old pictures in the Fiendish Raccoons. How old are you?
Perfection has no age.
What? You're immortal?
Revenge is the prime ingredient in the fountain of youth. I've kept myself alive for hundreds of years with a steady diet of jealousy and hate, awaiting a day when I would finally eclipse your family's thieving reputation.
Sly! My missiles don't hurt him but seem to create holes in his armor. Shoot into the gaps they create!
Okay, so first things first. Can I fix the controls? Okay, good. Fantastic. I can turn off inverted controls. Look, no offense to people that play with inverted controls. I just can't. I hate playing with inverted controls.
My skills are superior.
So basically, Carmelita will shoot at various parts of Clockwerk, and we just need to hit him. And this, obviously, is not just going to be a one-phase boss fight, because this is, well, he's the final boss. Of course he's going to have multiple phases. I guess, spoiler there? Anyway, that is phase 1 complete, without any real hassle.
Nice shooting, Sly! You got him! Wow, that's one tough owl.
I don't get it. You're so familiar with my family. You must have known my father had a son. If you hated the Coopers so much, why did you let me live when you stole the Fiendish Raccoonus?
Because I wanted to show the world that without your precious book, the Cooper line was nothing.
Ah, well, there's where you're wrong. The Fiendish Raccoonus doesn't create great thieves. It takes great thieves to create the Fiendish Raccoonus.
Enough, Sly Cooper. It ends here. I will finish you like I finished your father. And the Cooper line will be erased, and the only master thief will be Clockwerk.
Also, I don't think I've mentioned it previously. Sly's ear kind of like clips out of his text box on the binocucom. No, the binocucom is the one that you need, is the thing you look at to be like, hey, where's all, well, the things I'm missing. Okay, I have always struggled with this section, but so far it's looking like it's going pretty okay. Anyway, yeah, so Clockwerk is interesting in the sense that he is like an omni-generational hater. Like, he's an omni-generational hater, and in theory he should be and in theory he is absolutely kind of horrifying, but also, like, he kind of is a bit of a joke. Look, at the same time. Okay, with that he goes down, and we get to enter the final phase.
Now's your only chance, Sly! You've got to get to his head and destroy it before his auto-reconstructs circuit.
I am.
Okay, so basically, we now just need to dodge our way through. Ooh, and this is basically one final mix of stealth and platforming, and I think that's a great little thing. I don't know if you actually are on a timer here. I feel like you probably are. That was actually super... Game, you've magnetized me onto it. You've magnetized me onto the thing every other time. Why did you have to stop me right there at the very end of the game? You know what? I'll accept it. I'll accept it because it was... I'll accept it because it was funny. And now we just kind of just smack him about a bit until he dies. And we win.
Clockwerk.
It took some tricky maneuvering, but I managed to snatch that last piece of the Fiendish Raccoonus from Clockwerk's claw. I had taken down each member of the Fiendish Five: Raleigh, Mugshot, Ms. Ruby, the Panda King, and finally Clockwerk. I'd beaten them all one by one and reclaimed my birthright. Of course, there was no way I could have gotten here without the help of my pals. I know this hasn't been easy for them, yet they stuck with me through it all. Murray, boy, it took a lot of guts for him to get out in the field with me. I know he was scared, but he's got more heart than anyone I've ever known. And thank goodness for Bentley. Without his expertise, I'd have never found my way off that rooftop in Paris. A guy couldn't ask for a better gang of friends. Who could ever forget the lovely Carmelita? Looks like we're not going to be friends anymore. Now that Clockwerk's death ray is out of commission, we're back to playing cops and robbers. I thought for sure she was going to slap the handcuffs on me right then and there. But instead, she was true to her word and gave me that 10-second head start. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2... one. I felt bad leaving her stranded on that giant rock, but I knew it wouldn't be long before we'd see each other again. At long last, the Fiendish Raccoonus restored to its original state. The first time I held the whole thing under my arm since I was 8 years old. The same weight that all my ancestors had felt beneath their arms as they had passed it on. Although, while other family members may have been great thieves, they all inherited the book. I got a chance to earn it. I had taken down the Fiendish Five, having used the moves my ancestors taught me, and become a master thief along the way. The time had come for me to chronicle my own adventures into the great book. This is gonna be fun.
Okay, and with that, we have successfully finished Sly Raccoon. I mean, it says that I probably only have like 83 or 84% completion. That's just because I haven't done all the time trials, and I don't really feel like doing all the time trials. Anyway, overall, I think the game is still great. It looks good, it sounds good, it plays well. There are a couple of annoying levels here and there, but generally I think the game holds up really well. I don't know if there's ever going to be a fifth game or anything, because there was this one, there was the two sequels on the PS2, there was a collection on the PS3, and then there was Thieves in Time, which I've never played. I mean, I've never actually finished 2 or 3 either, because I just didn't really like them all that much. I might come back and try playing those again at some point, though. Oh, but yeah, there just hasn't been anything on the series for over 10 years at this point. I know that Sucker Punch, the developers, have gone on to make Infamous and Ghost of Tsushima and stuff, but I don't know, maybe one day we'll see a new Sly game. But yeah, overall, I think the game is still really good, and I would still give it a recommend if you've never tried it before. But with that, we are going to actually be wrapping up this game and this series here. So Persona will be continuing tomorrow and on Friday. I'll have some one-off just to fill in space on Thursday, as this should be a Tuesday episode, and then we'll have something new starting next week. But yeah, that's just about it for this series, so as always, feel free to leave a comment or click any buttons down below if you feel so inclined, and I will hopefully see you all in whatever I'm doing next. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.